Well, I don't think I've ever seen a game of such contrasting halves as what I've seen tonight. What about you? And what do you put that down to?
I suppose if you're talking about our performance in terms of contrasting halves, yeah, to go from how good we were in the first half to the second half, yeah, pretty mind-blowing, if I'm honest. You have to expect the game to change, and we did at half-time. We spoke about that. What you need to do, though, is if teams are going to change, and they didn't change significantly, is do your jobs. And what we've done is not done our job in the 3rd minute of the second half and conceded a carbon copy goal of a goal that we conceded 2 months back that cost us the opportunity for promotion, and the same person's involved in it. And from that point on, the players lost all composure around what they were doing and found it difficult. In saying that, we should still never lose the game. The goals are absolute shambles, and that needs to change. First half, listen, I thought we were brilliant first half. I asked for us to play like a team that was confident, and we did that. We were brilliant, to take nothing away from the players. Fantastic and some really good stuff. Should have been more in front than what we were. In fairness, we've had better chances in the second half and not taken them, but we should never lose the game.
I've just listened to Graham down there, and he was saying that, yeah, you're right, he tweaked the shape, but it wasn't a huge change. But he felt his players came out with heart in the second half and got in our faces a little bit more, and that's what changed the game. Would you agree with that?
I'm not sure about that. They did what they did in the first half. Ultimately, they couldn't get the ball off us. They couldn't get near us because of how we moved it. So if you want to credit your team from smashing it forward and dropping on second balls, then yeah, fine. The game looked like that. Again, from our side of things, we've got to be better in those moments because, as we've said before, sometimes you can play through teams. All he did was change. They went 3-5-2 and went with 3 midfielders. It wasn't a difficult change. It didn't overload us in any moment. It didn't change the dynamic of the game. We've switched off from a free kick and not done our jobs, and we've switched off and not tracked the run from a second phase of a corner, and we've missed 2 open goals. So if that's what the game comes down to, yeah, you'll always have your own narrative on it of it, I suppose. He'll focus on his team, I'll focus on my team, and take the fact that, like I say, you can't always play well, so teams will potentially stop you. Fine, if they stop us, no problem at all. So if we didn't have the opportunities to play through them in the second half as we did in the first half, no problem. That's not hurting us in terms of what the game looks like. What's hurt you when you don't do your job defensively and concede the goals that we conceded.
I know from your reaction on Saturday, you looked for a response, a reaction from your players. You certainly got it in that first half. I think 10 attempts on goal to none in that first 45. But when you did get through, there was a goalkeeper in form, wasn't there? And I must admit, I thought it was an equaliser right at the death there for Benno, but he's managed to claw that one out as well. It's been a good night for their keeper. Yeah,
listen, it's close, the one with Benno. The keeper shouldn't have a chance, be clear, yeah. with Odin's chance or with Benno's chance. Benno's got half a goal to aim at, he shouldn't have a chance. Your keeper's going to make saves. Probably the one criticism first half was that we got into situations and probably the opportunities we created were more from distance than from getting in there. Hence why I said second half, the chances we have in the second half are miles better. Fevs is a really good chance when he should do better. The keeper makes a save, but it's a comfortable save. It should be more difficult for him. But ultimately that's his job. So yeah, they'll look at it and he's had a good day. I suppose when you come away from home and you're under pressure, your keeper will have to have a good day, and we'll rely on our keeper as we did here against Bolton and when we went away from home against Wycombe. So that'll happen. Like I say, I'm going to focus on what we need to do, and we've come unstuck in the second half and not dealt with adversity. And we had a little bit of that last year, and we got very, very good at it. And for some reason, whatever that might be, whether that's, like, say, different personnel or whatever else not, we've got enough experience on that pitch to be able to control that. We lost our way. I wrote pages and pages of really good stuff in the first half. The second half was littered with mistakes, which you can't do. You've got to get yourself out of that cycle.
You brought Brad Hills in for his, I suppose, his second debut, if you like, full debut. How do you think he did tonight?
So okay, I think in terms of what we asked him to do in the first half, in our build shape, very good. Didn't have a great deal to do defensively, and obviously we knew that he wouldn't probably get through 90 minutes. But no, he can be happy with what he's done. He'll improve because he ultimately needs games. He's had a fractured pre-season with the not knowing what's going on at Norwich. So he needs to knuckle down now, get himself fit, and get himself a run of games. He'll benefit from the game.
Callum Camps obviously limped off at the weekend. How's he looking? Is it a long-term one?
No, it's probably going to be maybe 4 weeks, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse, and probably on Sunday looked worse than maybe what we thought. So probably surprisingly good news for Mr. Cam, which we've not had in many instances this season and last season. So yeah, not the worst, but obviously about for a short period.
Just finally, Burton Albion, the visitors to Edgeley Park at the weekend. I thought the fans were really good tonight. You want a bit more of that at the weekend now, don't you?
The fans have been great, and like I say, in terms of what we do here, they'll be as frustrated and bewildered as maybe as what I am in terms of what tonight looked like. But we go again. We have another opportunity here on Saturday to bounce back. We did that really, really well last season. I suppose Burton potentially benefit from changing most of their team tonight and playing in a cup competition because last week's postponement. But ultimately we've got to take care of us and look to react from tonight in a positive way.
Thanks for speaking to us.
Welcome.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.
All the best. Thanks, mate.